Finally, the other major Python operator we'll use very often is the in operator. Rather than a single character, the in operator is actually a reserved word, and that's why it's highlighted in red and bolded when we use it. The in operator is somewhat unique to Python. Most languages support the same ability, but with a function or a method rather than simply with an operator. The in operator checks to see if something is contained within a list of other things. So for example, it could check to see if apples are in your shopping list. For one example, we can use the in operator in the context of strings to see if a certain smaller string is contained within a larger string. Line 1 here creates the string myString and gives it the value hello world. And line 2 prints the results of the operator h in myString. This is basically a statement h is in my string. And if that statement is true, it prints true. Sure enough, h is in hello world, and so it's true that h is in my string. We can do that for longer strings as well. Line 3 checks to see if this sequence of characters is in my string. And sure enough, it is. And so it's true that LO, space W is in my string. Line 4, though, checks if the string OLL is in my string. My string has an O and an L and an L, but not in this order. It doesn't have OLL in that order. And so it's false that OLL is in my string. And so this last one prints false. This is effectively like saying all is in my string and having the computer reply false. We haven't talked very much yet about lists, but in is also very useful when we work with lists. Don't worry too much yet about how this works, but just know that the first line of this code defines a list called Python Boolean operators and gives it the values and, or, and not. So it's a list of different values. Line 2 prints the result of the check and is in Python Boolean operators. And was in that list, and so it's true that and is in the list Python Boolean operators. Line 3 checks if else is in Python Boolean operators. Our three values in that list, though, were and, or, and not. So else wasn't one of those values, and so it prints false. Again, don't worry too much about lists yet. We'll get to them a lot more later. We're just showing this now because we'll probably have to use that to demonstrate a couple other concepts before we get there.